It went wrong. It went terribly wrong. The wither got out. Luckily, Spider came in to help me. Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pandacraft. Today is going to be a huge day. The first thing I want to address, we've got the quartz blocks now. Spider gave us a couple of shulker boxes. He's got a nice raid farm and a nice gold farm, and he was happy to trade some iron for some quartz, so that was really good of him. So we have now finished off the whole side of gather. So we don't have to do any more of the grinding stuff, but what we do need to do is a lot of farms. Today, we're going to try and do the mud farm, the Bonemeal farm, and the black dye farm, leaving just the froglight farm for the next episode, which will be really awesome because then that means in 2 episodes from now, if all goes well, we'll be building the castle. Hi, how you doing? Future Sim here. Are you enjoying my episodes? Do you enjoy watching them? If you do, I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button. I normally don't shout out and ask, but YouTube is showing me that 95% of you are not subscribed. So I've got tons of views, but not many subscribers. So if you are enjoying this, and if you do keep coming back for more, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and all engagement helps. So if you can leave comments and things like that, if you've got nothing to say, just leave your favorite emoji. I love emojis. So with that being said, let's get back to the episode. And thank you so much in advance. I'm going to start off with this Bonemeal farm. So we need 3 shulker boxes of bone blocks. That is 27 shulker boxes of bone meal. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to head over to SpitedWatermelon's industrial district, and he and I are going to build a moss farm together. This will give us all the moss blocks that we need for the whole season, which is going to be fantastic. But then it's also going to give us a ridiculous amount of bone meal. Hopefully, it shouldn't take us all that long to make 27 shulker boxes of bone meal because we need them. Yeah, vocal warm-ups. Spider, how you going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, it's good. So we're going to build a moss farm.
Yep, I need bone meal. Do you need bone meal?
I just need a small amount. I need about 27 shulker boxes of bone meal.
Oh, yeah, that's a small amount.
Just a little bit, yeah. So that should take us, what, 10 minutes or
so? Yeah, sounds about right.
So what are we going to do? How are we going to get bone meal?
Well, we're going to build a moss farm.
Yes.
And convert all the moss into bone meal.
Sounds like a plan. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's just jump straight into a time lapse. And once it's done, we'll explain how it works. Sound good?
Yep.
Cool, let's do it.
See you on the other side.
Spider, all done. This is just a tiny little moss farm. We're going to expand it later on. This is literally just two bays, I guess you could say. We're going to build 6 more of them around this place. So, but we're just going to figure we start with this because you need bone meal to prime it, and we've barely had enough to get this thing going. So let's turn it on and see if it works. Yeah.
Yep. Fingers crossed.
Not a good sign, is it? All right. Try again. Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
Well, we see moss. Oh, that is so much. To give you a bit of an idea, right? If I just stand here, you watch my inventory fill up, and I'm getting a very small chunk of it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm only getting what's right here. And look at that inventory filling up. And it goes up in fast numbers too. All right, I'm getting out of this area. So what's happening here? We've got dispensers underneath the bone mealing a moss block, which basically spreads above here. Then we have these stone generators over here that are basically just pushing the moss blocks out of the way. They sort of pop upwards when that happens. And then all of these items are going into those hoppers, which are going into those composters, and then it all feeds back through the system over here. You can see Bonemeal. And it reloads all these dispensers, and then if anything does make it through the whole system, it'll end up in these chests down here.
Yep,
Cool.
that explanation seemed right to me.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, we just stand here and watch the lag get produced and enjoy it. All right, cool. So thanks for helping out, Spided. Thanks for letting me help you with this as well, because it's obviously part of your industrial district. But now we both have plenty of moss and we both have plenty of Bonemeal. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to AFK now, and then I'll meet you back at the base. All right, back at the base. I forgot to mention that moss farm we built back there. That was an Mango design. While I was building it, you would have noticed up in the top corner, there was a link to his tutorial. However, if you're on mobile device, you may not see that. So I just want to make sure you're all aware. It's Mango who originally designed the moss farm, and you should definitely check out his channel. The guy's a genius. Everything he does is witchcraft. It is beyond me. Now, we've got our 3 shulker boxes of bone blocks that we need right here. And we've also got a couple of extras. Now, we're going to give these away in just a moment. But first of all, let's head over here and let's knock off the Bonemeal farm. 3 shulker boxes of bone blocks. Done. Perfect. This is Jess's area. She's building just out in the ocean over there. But this area here, she's been using to farm a whole heap of trees. She's got tons of every kind of wood out here. And the other day, she actually gave me a full shulker box of spruce and birch, because I just mentioned in passing that I need to go get some more of that. And she was like, here you go, and just passed them to me. So what we're going to do, first one, right here, a gift from Sim. That one's for Whaley Jebs, and a full shulker box of bone blocks for her. The second one, we have to head in a straight direction over here. So this is Shaden's storage room over here. So I'm going to put it right here at the end of the bed, so that way he doesn't miss it. And again, he also gets a full shulker box of bone blocks. It's just my way of saying thank you to Shaden for letting me use his trading hall, which is over here. Now, you guys saw this in my previous video, and I was trading here for about 8 hours. It was a whole lot of trading. Back to the planning board, and which other farm can we do? Now, I did mention we're going to do this one. I might save this for the end of the episode, because this here, another one we're going to have to AFK at for a while. I mean, these are all AFK-able farms, but this is not going to take all that long. So let's go to this one. I've already got all the materials, but everything we need is in these chests right here, and we got a few wither skulls here. So I'll keep them in my ender chest just in case I, die on the way to the end. Let's go get this one done right now, and I'll be right back. And we're all done. The Wither Rose farm is now complete. As you can hear, there's a nice noisy wither right here. He's our little mate. Look at him right there. This is a really great design. It's by Ray's Works. As you can see, you got the wither right there, and he's not even phased by it. All 3 of the head, they can see us. But what's happening is they're actually too busy staring at that chicken right there. They're just staring at the chicken going, I want to kill you. This little bubble column here is just in case he gets one past there. It will actually lift up by the bubble, and it will actually sort of come flying past the chicken, and we'll end up going straight into the void down there and just getting destroyed anyway. There's a little platform up the top here that spawns in Enderman. So let's just jump up here to our little AFK spot, and I'll bring my camera account online, and I'll show you how this farm works. All right, I'm in my camera account now. So I stand all the way up here by level 186, and if we head straight down here, you can see the Enderman spawn, and in this little minecart up here, there's an Endermite, and they just want to kill the Endermite. That's all the Endermen want to do. And because of the trapdoors down here, they feel like they can get to it. So they run into this little hole, and they fall straight down to here. And then they're a one-shot kill. We have our wither here staring at our chicken. Chicken's having a lovely life there. Got a torch hanging out of its butt, and it's just staring at the wither all day. That's Gerald Jr. Now you can see the main head shooting his projectiles, and they get blown up on that bit of bedrock. When this one shoots its head, if you look carefully, you'll see it just appear around here. See that just quickly there? So that's him producing a head to shoot also at the chicken. When he does it, it explodes inside the bedrock, creating a bit of a blast out of it. And the same thing happens to the one that's on this side over here. Now, because of his blast, when the Endermen fall here, they get exploded by that blast that explodes in the rock, which kills all the Endermen. All the Endermen's drops get picked up by this hopper, so you'll see some Ender Pearls, you'll see some Wither Roses. And all the Wither Roses go down into this. I've already AFK'd for one night, and this whole storage is already filled to the brim. Because every Enderman will drop a Wither Rose when it's killed by a Wither. And if we watch in there, you can see the Enderman falling down, and they just die. You can see them constantly dying in there, and it just gives us a nice steady flow. So I've just filled up 10 shulker boxes worth of Wither Roses. Let's take these back to the base. Probably all the Wither Roses we're going to use for the entire season. I don't imagine we're going to need too many more than that. So I'm leaving the shulker box here in Spider's Industrial District. It was great of him to let me use this area a couple of times, and I just want to say a big thank you to him. And I know that he needs a whole heap of black dye for something. I'm not quite sure what, but I do know that he's working on something special. Next up, Mud Farm. But before we build this beauty inside the castle where it's going to live permanently, about 2 days ago, Shaden and myself tried again with experiment number 2 for the Sculk Catalyst XP Spready-Majiggy Testy. Okay, I haven't thought out a name for this, but we did a second experiment. So I'm going to roll that clip. It was a couple of days ago, so it's a little bit out of sequence, but it's just as enjoyable nonetheless. And when we come back, we'll build this mud farm. 813 levels gone for just a few Sculk. Now, I have a strange feeling it's still possible. You may notice if you look down the bottom that I've got some levels again. 69 levels, just to sort of try this out again. And I'm going to try it a little differently. Here, I've built a vertical wall. I'm wondering if maybe it spreads better vertically than it does horizontally. So I've got a vertical wall with some Sculk catalysts on the back. Now I've put a few of them just in case I die down here, like if we hit the floor, then this one will pick it up and things like that. I've put that block there. That's the block we're going to aim for. I've called Shaden over. There he is. And Billy's here to watch the show. All right, Shaden, I have called you back here because I have an idea.
Okay.
Maybe the Sculk catalysts prefer to grow vertically rather than horizontally.
All
so
right.
we're going to try something. So I built this wall here, and if we look on the other side, there's a bunch of Sculk catalysts. So we're going to try a vertical wall plus extra Sculk catalysts. I have looked into it. Apparently, only one of these will claim it, and it's based on the order you placed it. So that top one up there is the one that I actually placed in the first place. So that one will claim the XP, but I do think that means that if we were to die here, this one would recognize it, but that one would claim it, if that makes sense.
All right.
So what we want to try and do, just in case I'm wrong with that one, is we want to try and land on the granite block up there. That way we're nice and close to it. And if all goes well, it should hopefully spread on quite a bit of the wall. Now, I've got myself 69 levels. What have you got left now?
I'm back to 8 after last night's efforts.
8? Cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do yours first, again, for science.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we need you to be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
And
what if I do this here?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Well, you break that. I should land on the on the thing just there. Hopefully.
Yeah, so just hang off the edge a little bit, and when I break it, you'll fall straight down. Have you set your spawn?
Yep, spawn set. I'm gonna drop off all my stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
My limited amount of stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that, 5 free rockets for me.
Okay, sure.
Let's get up there and let's see what happens when you die. And then if it fails, I don't have to die.
Why do I always have to go first?
Because you got less levels. If you said to me, I've got 500 levels, I would have gone, oh sweet, I'll go first. But
sure, okay, all right.
Like,
I'm just not sure how fair this whole system is. Just saying.
I never said it was fair. It's science.
Okay. I am ready to go. I'm ready to die. For science.
You're ready to die. All right, are you hanging over the top of the granite a bit?
I think so. Yes, I am.
Cool. All right, here we go.
Oh, it's coming. Ah! Whoa. Okay.
Whoa. That is already way more than we had yesterday.
This looks cool from the back.
It looks so good. This is the front.
Oh, this is the front. This is the back.
Yeah, you have the ugly stuff on the back. So that is already a huge improvement from yesterday.
It is.
But I've just realized we're going to need a much bigger wall when I die.
If it works.
That is definitely an improvement from your full at 23 levels yesterday. So I've built a second wall over here. Same size, same shape, same everything. The only thing that's slightly different is the placement of the catalyst, because I'm not exactly sure where they were. So but we've done it rough. So I guess it's my turn to climb up here. So this is I have 69 levels.
Yeah.
Which is, not quite, but almost 10 times what you had. So I'm hoping, in theory, judging by your coverage on that wall, I reckon you've covered about, 30% of that wall maybe?
Yeah.
So I reckon this wall should be completely covered, in theory. If it all goes to plan.
If it doesn't, we'll just reconvene another day and give it another shot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I forgot to put my stuff away, but I've taken my armor off, so there's no feather falling here this time.
Oh, good.
So I'm ready. If you go to the front of the wall. Okay. It's too late now.
Okay. This looks really cool.
Let's see. Spreading onto your wall.
Wow. Get away from my wall. Whoa.
Oh, okay. This. I mean, we tried to use separate walls.
We did try that. That did a fair bit,
Oh, look at the floor as well. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, so
I think there's something to your plan, but we just need to be further away.
the thing is that I don't know if 69 did more than 8.
It went a long way. The fact that it spread all the way over here and was going up into this wall as well. I don't know.
It is interesting, but I don't know how much more it's spread on your side of the wall. This amount on the floor, just the amount on the floor, is more than what we got from my 813 levels last night, I reckon.
I think so.
So I don't know what really has changed. Maybe it's the fact that there's more catalysts.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a lot more science on this one.
Oh, definitely.
I think we need to start building more levels up because you and I have a lot more dying to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way of saying it. But one thing I noticed though, we didn't get a single sensor or shrieker or any of the little things like we did last time.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
I don't know whether the vertical thing stops that.
Well, it has to grow on top of one of these. So like, it has to be on top of the Sculk, and then it will sort of.
So this would be the only area it could have grown.
Correct. So all this sort of stuff, it's all the top of it's all blocked. You're not going to get any there.
I think what we should do is do a wall like this with a few of these things on it, and a few out here, but then drop sort of like here, for example, next time.
We'll clean this up, and we will come back another day, and we'll science this again.
Phase 3.
Phase 3 or task 3.
Task C.
Stage 1. Phase
2.
2. Task 3. All right, that's it. All right,
Okay.
we'll come back another day.
All right, thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Looks like there's going to be a test number 3 at some point, so you have to make sure you stay tuned and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss it. We are here up on the top of the castle, or, you know, the skeleton, I guess you could call it, of the castle, to build the mud farm, which is just over my right shoulder or your left. It depends which way you're looking at it, but just over my elytra there. I set up a little spot over here. All I need to build this thing is this little 7x7 area here. We're going to have it coming out this way, and then from here it's going to get pushed down, and for now it's just going to get cubed up like that, and then we'll come through afterwards with our shovels and just insta-mine it like so. Once the castle's finished, this is going to be my whole blast chamber area, this whole side over here of the castle. By building this here, I can feed it into a big cubing machine for now, and then later on I can just divert the track that way or wherever into one of the blast chambers that I build. So I'm going to build it now, and I'll be back when it's done. And that's the mud converter complete. So let me explain how this works. I'll stand here placing dirt. Every time I place a bit of dirt, this dropper here is going to spit out another piece of dirt for me to make sure that I've always got plenty of dirt in my inventory. This piston is going to push that across. As the second one gets pushed in place, these dispensers get triggered dispensing a water bottle onto the dirt. If I stand here and I place it here, you'll see nothing happens, and now they get both converted to mud. The empty water bottles go into these droppers, and they get shot up this water column. As they come up this water column, they get fed into the hoppers there, which end up back in this chest of empty water bottles. This feeds down into this dispenser, is triggered to make a water bottle. So now we've got this long line of mud, and as soon as that gets to 12 blocks, this piston will no longer be able to push it. So what we need to do now is start rerouting it a little bit using smart pistons. So the first one we're going to do is going to be right here. From here, we're going to push this mud block across one block, like that. And then once this row is completely filled up, this whole row is going to get pushed across one block that way, and it's going to keep going. Then what we're going to have is we're going to have a bunch of pistons, 144 pistons, that are going to be facing downwards and going boom, 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 and pushing them down. Every time we have a full row here of 12 by 12, it'll push them down. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. That is now all done. We'll start off with one shulker box. We'll chuck half a stack in our hand, and I'll just go AFK here now. I'll jump in replay mode for you guys so you can get a better view, and we can see how this goes. That's it. Dropper's empty, chest is empty, hopper's empty. Let's go see if it all worked out. And just like that, we have a floating cube of mud. Now the fun part. So we can plonk that down here next to the bones and clear that off the board. And all we have left now is the frog lights. We got a lot done today. We have almost got everything we need to build this enormous castle. This is super exciting. In the next episode, we're going to sort out this frog light farm, and then we're going to have to clear out this whole area down here. You notice that I've marked out some corners over here. There's one over there. We need to basically level all of this down to sea level. But sadly, that is all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button before you leave. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can see more progress as we make it. I'm Sim. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Oh. That's what we call lag. I know where I'm going. Yep. See you later. Bye.